Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. So I had posted the first video titled Clarification of Imran's False Claim That I Scam and Cheat Money. And there was a comment by a person who typed a beautifully crafted message in the comment, and I will put the comment here, inshallah. So let's read it quickly. So it says here by an anonymous user, Share GPT. It says, Oman, you keep repeatedly claiming this is not my business. I am just a middleman. I have no responsibility. I only connected investors. Yet at the same time, you admit that you promoted the business. You solicited investors. You received money into your account. You transferred the money onward, and you paid for promotion and consolidation. And then he goes on to say, in fiqh as well as civil law, a middleman who solicits funds, receives money, and facilitates investment is not neutral. In fiqh, this is called brokerage agency, and an agent bears responsibility for being due diligent, transparent, verification, misrepresentation, and negligence. Claiming to be a middleman does not absolve liability when you have actively facilitated the transaction. So before continuing reading his beautifully crafted comment, I like to say that this person, he didn't understand the point of the video. He didn't understand the point of the video. The video title clearly clarification of Imran's false claim that I scam and cheat money. That is the point of the video. And this person, I don't think he actually understood the video, or he understood the point of the video and the point that I was trying to bring forth. The purpose of my video was not to discuss business operations in detail, but to address false claims made by Imran, specifically that I scammed multiple Singaporeans, which is false. Where did he get the fact that I scammed multiple Singaporeans in that business? In me being a consolidate between the investors and the business, where are the other Singaporeans other than Imran claiming that I scammed them? So I brought one of the investors to bear witness that I didn't scam him. And the other investor as well did not claim that I scammed. The only one was Imran. So who does Imran really mean when he said that I scammed multiple Singaporeans and cheated them? So the point of the video was to address false claim made by Imran that I scammed and cheated multiple Singaporeans. And he as well, Imran, he involved my personal life and influenced others to believe these false accusations, which these claims are completely untrue. And that was the point of the video. That was the main point. It was not to discuss business operations in detail. That's the first thing. And then another thing you mentioned is temporary possession of funds establishes trusteeship. Whilst I understand that holding funds, it creates responsibility, however, all funds were immediately transferred. I never used them personally, and I acted transparently. And responsibly within the scope of my role as a consolidator, and events outside of my control do not constitute negligence. Do not constitute negligence. And the next thing that was mentioned was other investors' forgiveness is not a defense. Again, this comment is not getting the point of the first video. The first video was about answering and clarifying Imran's false claim that I scam and cheat multiple Singaporeans. In this case, so okay, Imran claimed that I scammed and cheated multiple Singaporeans. Where are those Singaporeans in this business, in this investment? The one that came to the first video said that I didn't scam him. The other investor that said in the message that she understood the affair and that she understood the risk. Now here comes Imran alone claiming that I scammed and cheated multiple Singaporeans. So that was the point of me bringing that investor in. And I never relied on one investor's understanding to justify my actions Rather, every investor's rights are independent. And then the other thing that was mentioned in the comment is that business risk is not a valid excuse. Events such as supply scams, armed robbery, or disputes with the landlord were beyond my control. I did not make operational decisions or promises that could prevent this unforeseen risk. And the other thing that was mentioned in the comment here is that business failure expose multiple criminal risk. So the operational failures like supply scams or landlord disputes or armed incidents or robbery are the responsibility of the business owner. My role was solely and merely as the referral or the consolidator connecting the investors to the business and transferring their funds immediately without any involvement in business operations, management, or decision making. All responsibilities or all operational and repayment responsibilities rest entirely with the business owner, not me. And the other thing that was mentioned in this comment was, why wasn't there supplier verification, contracts, escrow, and such? These responsibilities belongs to the business owner, not a consolidator like me in this affair. The agreement clearly shows that repayment responsibility and legal accountability lie with the business, not me. I provided all information available to me and acted with transparency. There wasn't anything that was hidden. And the other thing that was mentioned is that intent is not relevant, it's irrelevant. And the comment mentions about the aspect of Islam and such. And I understand that in Islam and civil law, that intent alone does not absolve trusteeship. I fully respect this principle. However, since I never misused or retained funds, and instead I transferred them immediately and acted transparently, my conduct was fully responsible and ethical. There wasn't anything that was unethical about the transaction that happened. And another claim here is that accusations of negligence and mismanagement. I acted with honesty, transparency, and due diligence in this affair, in this investment work, within the scope of my role. Any losses, failures, or criminal incidents were outside of my control. Claims that I scammed or cheated or mismanaged funds are completely false. So to summarize it up, the video that was created was to clarify false claim by Imran, protect my reputation, and explain my actual role, which is a consolidator. Not as how Imran has put it out to be, where some of the people believe that it was actually my own business. He influenced some people to think that I scammed and cheated multiple Singaporeans. So the investment agreement explicitly shows that I acted as a referral consolidator here, with no personal gain from the actual business, no operational control, and no ownership rights. All funds were transferred responsibly, and the business itself is fully responsible for repayment and legal obligation. So accusations of fraud or mismanagement are entirely false. So again, I want to repeat this, that the intent or the purpose of the first video was not to discuss about the business in detail. Rather, the video was made solely to respond to the false claim made by Imran. Specifically that I scammed and cheated multiple Singaporeans, and he involved my personal life, thus it affected my reputation, and he influenced others to believe this false claim, of which all are completely false. So my intention was to protect my reputation and clarify my actual role in that, not to manage not to talk about the business in detail. Yes. So I hope that clarifies it, inshallah. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.